Ah. Hi, today we'll be making scramble words with Grok. So let's get to it. If you have not already subscribed to my Substack channel, please go ahead and do so. It's called Made Better with AI. This is a post that you must have received in your newsletter today. The title is A Word Game with Grok. Basically, in the last post, what we saw is how to create a maths game using AI. I'll keep this one quick. This is a bit more detailed. It is a bit more complex in terms of how it is structured. But yeah, eventually, when we are done making a particular game, it should look like this. I'll add the code for this particular game at the end of the post. You can pick that. You can run it in your local system by putting it as an HTML file and it should work for you. If you don't know how to do that, you can look at the previous post. It is also mentioned in this particular article and it goes as maths game. So when you click on this link, it will take you to the earlier post. You can go through it and get an understanding of that. So let's get to it. If you don't already have a Grok account, go to grok.com. You can log into Grok and the process remains the same. You have to copy paste the steps, paste them over here, and it should help you generate this game. I would quickly like to cover in brief what the idea for this particular game was. You must have also played Scramble initially, like in your early years when you were growing up. It is a very fun game to play. The game is the same when we talk about coding it in Grok and how Grok should be structuring it for us. So yeah, this is a word-based game wherein we ask the users to create a word based on 7 letters, and they have to create as many words as possible. The goal for the user is to make as many words as possible, and we add a text box titled rules. So we need to let the users know what the rules are when they are playing a game. Each letter in a valid word equals a point. This game is responsive and it works well on both desktop and mobiles. When we are prompting it to Grok, we let it know that this is a game that it should build both for desktop and mobile and it should be responsive. So it will code it accordingly. We make sure that the keyboard is accessible on desktop, and while using the keyboard, the user gets the impression that a letter has been typed in. So yeah, when you're typing in on the keyboard and you're looking at the screen, you actually get a sense that okay, you're typing in words, right? On the mobile, the user must be able to tap or click on the letter and use it to create a word, because you don't have keyboard access on your mobile phone. You are just tapping on these particular letters. So the letters that you're looking at, when you tap on them, they are accessible to you on your phone. uh, what generally happens is if you're giving it letters, it doesn't really know what the valid word list is, and AI or the particular tools that we are looking at aren't yet advanced enough to give this particular list. This is something that I have tested multiple times. So we are going to feed it a list and we say that this is a valid words list, meaning that whatever word user is creating using these letters is something that is getting picked from this particular list, and no word outside this list is considered valid. Chances are you might miss out on some particular words, but we have a link that we can refer to, and that particular link gives us all of those words that we are looking at, right? Once a word is submitted, it can either be valid or invalid. So for the valid word, we show that in green, invalid words in red, and if the word already exists, it shows that in a yellow. Enter equals enter equals submit on desktop. So when someone presses enter, it is actually equal to the submit, and on mobile one needs to tap submit. So these are some of the basic rules. We have also fed in like how to do a backspace on mobile, how to submit on mobile, all of those things. If the user types in an invalid letter, then we show that the text is faded. So when you look at this particular game, if I try to make a word like make, because there is no e, you see that it is faded. So that is how it is coded. We have also added an additional functionality. I guess that you can hear this. So the rules are actually being read out to the user, and it is all in real time. So users are able to listen to whatever rules are mentioned here. You can edit these rules as you want. So I'll just quickly tap on it.
Use the 7 letters provided to form as many words as possible. Each letter in a valid word counts as 1 point. Letters cannot be repeated. Word cannot be repeated.
So you heard that, right? These are the rules that are being read out to the user. Initially in the previous game, we did not have MP3 files. This particular code has MP3 files in it. Again, this code is something that will be available to you at the end of this particular post. uh, when you are using any type of GPT tools, what they do is generally for the same set of rules, they also generate different types of games, right? Or the UI of the game rather might look a bit different than what it is or generated for me, right? So if you open three different browsers, log into Grok on three different browsers and give it the same prompt, chances are it will generate codes that visually look different. Also, some of the functionalities might be different. So we try to give it as detailed functionalities as possible here. So that is something that we have done even for this particular one, right? Now, yeah, we are adding sounds for valid, invalid. So it is automatically able to refer to certain XYZ sites and pick audios from there and add to your games. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly copy these rules. I'll put it in Grok and I'll just press enter. So you can also get an understanding of how this tool works, how is it giving you code, and it is also able to preview the code within its system. So what we saw in the previous video with ChatGPT was it was just able to generate the code for you, right? This particular one can also give you a preview for that code, so you can view the preview here, right? So it's going ahead, it is generating the code, it is also setting in these particular rules. Now you can see that the rules that we have on this page and the rules that are being generated by this particular tool are different because we gave it the rule, we gave it the steps and we asked it to create the rules. So it is picking all of that. We need only whatever is valid, so we'll remove whatever is invalid for us, or we revert the rules for the user, right? This is a valid word list. Also, I have asked it to put comments wherever possible. Again, you can see that there are some comments that are added over here, so this is also for our understanding, right? These are the different mp3 files that it has picked for the valid, invalid, repeated. The background music that you heard at the starting of this video is something that I put in. I went ahead, I downloaded it from a particular website, and within the code you can see that I've added it here as background music. So this is the background music that it is picking up and presenting to you. This time this is the UI that it gave. I kind of like this UI as compared to what we have here. Visually it appeals a bit more to me, right? So I'll go ahead, enter a word now, see how well is it working for us. So I'll say marking is a valid word. We are getting an error which is like a tailwind css.com should not be used in production. If you look at this particular code, I'll just scroll to the top very quickly over here. You see that the tailwind css has been used. So this is something that we are currently using on a local system. You can feed this code back to GPT, to Grok, and let it know that I don't want the tailwind css, right? So you remove that and give me like the generic css, so it will go ahead and give that to you. Also do a bit of research into what tailwind css is. It will help. I'll create the next word now. So I'll say mark. Now you can also see that while I'm typing these letters, those are being highlighted here. So this is something which I like as a functionality. For the score bar, it would have helped if the score bar got filled from left to right, but it is still giving me the score. You can prompt it back, and you can prompt it back with these feedbacks which I'm kind of dictating you, or for whatever game you generate at your end. That is something that will help improve the game and make it to your liking. So yeah, this is what the video is about. uh, Again, you can go through this particular post, go through all the rules, try to implement these rules at your end, and try to give it feedback to improve the game, whatever you're getting at your end, right? So try that, let me know in comment how it worked, and yeah, I'll see you again with the next video. Thanks.